this Eagle Owl, and let's get straight into it, man. As I speak right now, it is 4:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I did not see no franchise tag with CJ Gardner Johnson. So CJ Gardner Johnson get to test the market. So now ML football caught this before I did because CJ Gardner Johnson, the younger guys, even my age, I'm only 27. We like to express our feelings through social media. A lot of people in my age range, not sure why, but we do that. So CJ Gardner Johnson retweeted a fan that say best of luck anywhere you go. He retweeted, but he unretweeted, but he knew somebody was going to screenshot it. It sounds like CJ Gardner Johnson days are numbered in Philadelphia. He might not return. And look, man, you're only in the NFL for so long. It's not like a regular career where it's though you could do this career for 40, 50 years and you'll be paid through that 40, 50 years. Football's like a 10-year gap. 10-year gap, especially the position he play. And look, he trying to get as much money as possible. It's not like the Eagles drafted him. We did trade for him. He had a wonderful year. I believe he truly loved the fans. And I believe he truly loved Philly. But that money in his pocket, he loved that more than anything. And he got to feed his family. So I'm assuming him and Howie didn't come up with a deal probably yet. But what it looks like right now, I'm not sure we able to give the money certain teams are able to give him. So what the Eagles really got to sell him on is that we're going to pay you top dollar and we're going to be competitive. Probably not the most, but it's going to be top dollar. If he take that, he take that. If not, he's literally set to reset the market. He had that type of year to reset the market. So I'm not mad at him. If he leave, it is what it is. He did give his all. I always say, within 12 games, 6 interceptions. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And 24? He'll be 25 going into next season. Still young. He got a year or two before he actually hit his prime. So he did that without hitting his prime. And this is why the loss of Denard Wilson, something like this will hurt. Because then at least if you keep his coach around or the coach he like around, maybe you could sell him on that. But he don't know Sean Desai. He don't know what staff is coming back. And he like, look, I don't know how this defense is going to be next year. I'm trying to get paid, and I don't want to get paid, not top dollar and be on the bad defensive team. And I feel him on that. So I didn't like this retweet. That's me speaking from an Eagles fan's perspective. But at the end of the day, it's a money game. It's a money game. That's what I hate about the offseason. It brings you back to reality. As much as we love these players, where you see Javon Hargrave tweeting out crying emojis 1 week, you know what that means. He loved the Eagles, but got a family to feed at home. When you see CJ Gardner Johnson do this, he loved the Eagles, but got a family to feed at home. So hopefully Howie can get it done. I always trust in Howie. Even if we can't keep certain guys, there's probably a guy out there we're not even thinking about. Howie probably got in mind. Maybe we go safety early in the rounds. Not saying first round, maybe second, maybe third. Maybe we go safety, and we just going to have an extremely young defense. I don't know. But what it looks like right now, CJ Gardner Johnson will not be a Philadelphia Eagle, man. It's looking real sketchy. Sketchy. Now let's get into something that's not sketchy. Salute to ML football again. They've been on everything. So they got this from an Eagles writer that Howie and Brandon Graham are basically working on a deal. They working on a deal to bring him back. Now, this is a guy, Brandon Graham, of course, who's been with the Eagles his whole career, drafted by the Eagles, made his bread. So he's good. He's good, so he possibly just stay out of the love for it because I think Brandon Graham feel some type of way. Like, I can't go out like that. I can't. The defense was horrible. We basically lost the Super Bowl because of us. Nah, let's run that back. And like I said, Brandon Graham made his bread. I mean, any bread he made now is just extra. Why not stay where my family's comfortable and I could still make money? So I like this. I like this a lot. A lot of people like, get rid of the vets, get rid of the vets. I'm not on that type of time. I believe some vets should be on your defense, because vets elevate your team and the experience of that. Yeah, the young guy, you want to see the fresh young guy do his thing. But sometimes when these young guys go to the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl, they semi-fold because they don't know how to handle that. You heard like a lot of young guys went to Fletcher Cox, like, yo, how was the Super Bowl? Or went to a Brandon Graham, like how to handle that media, how to handle the long half times, how to handle the everything that happens in the the beginning of the game of a Super Bowl. So look, I think I'm not too hard on the vets, man. Keep him, and then plus he had double digit sacks. Brandon Graham will be great in the rotation. He'll be great in the rotation. So you gotta find a way to keep Brandon Graham, man. Gotta find a way. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about Brandon Graham and Howie Roseman working on the deal, and also CJ Gardner Johnson possibly being out, possibly going to another team? But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Ghost.